Our next speaker is a Navy veteran with service during the Vietnam War era. He is a 33-year member with Post 137 of the Department of Virginia. Please join me in welcoming our National Adjutant, Daniel S. Wheeler.
Thank you very much. Good morning to all of you and distinguished head table guests. Thank you, Madam Chairman. Welcome to the home of your national headquarters, where you have 283 professional staffers who are committed to doing whatever they can to assist you in reaching the American Legion's mission. You know, I was given a copy of a newspaper article that appeared in the May Wall Street Journal, and I wanted to share a few excerpts with you. Not because I particularly like it, but because you may need to hear it. The title of the article is "American Legion, Once Civic and Social Power, is Slowly Fading Away." It is dark and quiet in the bar of Teddy's Rough Riders, American Legion Post 516. Three aging drinkers murmur reminiscences of wars past, but there's no one in the Peek and Ponder card room, there's no one in the patio, the rundown meeting rooms. The property's for sale. I got my hand on the pulse of things, and we're going down, 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 says Ben Adams, 68. The old members are dying off. The young ones aren't interested. We talk until we're blue in the face, but they're still not interested. Across the USA, it's much the same. The American Legion, once a powerful organization with clout ranging from Pennsylvania Avenue to Main Street, once a hub around which received so much of community, social, and civic life, is slowly ebbing in importance. Visits to many posts reveal the same pattern. In post after post, town after town, the Legion is kept barely breathing by handsful of old men meeting in halls that once held hundreds. They are puzzled and disappointed that they cannot interest the young men. The Legion's waning strength hasn't escaped notice in Washington, where it once had considerable power. The Legion had a great deal to do with drafting and guiding through Congress and setting up the administrative machinery for the GI Bill of Rights, for example, and still regards this legislative structure as its greatest triumph. Today it carries little weight and walks softly in the halls of Congress. An official of the VA believes the ranks of all veterans organizations will be thinning before long, and what little influence they retain will vanish. As far as I can see, they're striking out completely, he says. I don't think most of the young fellows are going for this idea at all. Wow. It reads like an obituary. I'm sure that there may be some posts around the country that are exactly as described, but certainly not most. In any case, what we can do to ensure that the news of the Legion's death, as Mark Twain put it, is greatly exaggerated, I think there are many things that we can do, and obviously some posts are struggling. So we can revitalize them, refurbish them, repurpose them, replace them, re-energize them, relocate them, combine them with other posts that are doing better. The main thing is to make sure that every post has a purpose, has a program, at least one program, and the community surrounding it knows what that program is and values it. Provide the service first, and the membership will come and play in the backyard. Here's something else. How about moving some of the 500,000 DMS members currently residing in headquarters post out into the community where they have a chance for service and where their dues dollars will stay at home? We have the technology to show on maps where the DMS clusters are in every town in the United States. Wouldn't it be great to round up a couple dozen of them, have them agree on a purpose, even if it's send one boy to Boy State, and form a post of these guys, give them a mentor from the department, maybe two mentors, post that has no mortgage, no bar, no bingo, just a purpose for being, a good purpose, one of the purposes of the American Legion. You know, every year DMS brings in more than 200,000 members. People will join. Did you know that 30% of those 200,000 members every year have been members of the American Legion before? Most of them within the past 3 to 5 years. What does that tell us? You know what it means as well as I do. Maybe we need an award for renewing members like we have one for signing up members, a gold brigade for renewers, for keepers. Here's another cruel fact that you might consider. New traditional membership, those guys that each of us sign up each year, has dropped from around 200,000 each year to 75,000. Even if we signed up only 25,000 members more the traditional way, the American Legion membership would be growing. Even if we renewed only 50,000 of those members that let their membership lapse, the American Legion would be growing. And then there is the perennial question, like was in the article, where are the young members? Oh, woe is us. No one loves us anymore. We have to redo the entire American Legion. Fact, out of 17.7 million veterans eligible for service, eligible for membership in the American Legion, only 1.4 million have served in the global war on terror. Of that 17.7 million, only 1.4 million are younger than 22 years old. The Legion's survival isn't about signing up the 22-year-olds. That's nice and it makes us feel good, but it isn't the key. The key is signing up the 40-year-olds and the 50-year-olds and the 60-year-olds, people who have the time, experience, and wisdom to understand the values that we stand for, to support our youth programs, and to help those veterans and their families who are less fortunate than they are. And don't forget about the active people. Involve the state adjutants general. You talk to a TAG, and you tell him the programs the American Legion has, temporary financial assistance, family outreach, all of that stuff, he'd be amazed because he doesn't have the resources to take care of all of the families. Most of his families are not located on a base or a post. They're located throughout the state, maybe several states. If the American Legion can be his assistant, he will welcome it. All you have to do is introduce yourself to him. I am amazed at how many adjutant generals do not know the leadership of the American Legion in their department. And once you talk to them, they want to know the leadership. They want your help. Everyone knows the things that need to be done. Those posts that do those things, they get membership. Those posts that do those things and have an active membership team, they get the most membership. Those posts that do nothing and become cocooned within themselves, well, those posts die. As the article says, in the final paragraph, in the meantime, men like Steve Borico of Teddy's Rough Riders, who hasn't missed a Legion meeting in 25 years, still wait for the young men to come and take over, still remain confident that somewhere down the road there will be a rendezvous between the generations. They'll be coming later, he says. Later on, as soon as they get their families established, we'll be getting together. Years from now, they'll be coming in droves. Well, I got to tell you, as soon as I wipe my face, I decided to get rid of the hairpiece when I had to start wearing this cap all the time. Mr. Boyko of Teddy's Rough Riders was right. The American Legion kept on advocating for all veterans, kept on plowing new ground in the benefits arena, kept on improving the GI Bill, kept on helping veterans and their families, kept on reaching out to active duty people, and kept on improving their youth programs. And the veterans did come. In fact, today's largest segment of veterans is those young guys they couldn't get to join, the Vietnam veterans. That was an article from the May Wall Street Journal, but the date was May 19, 1971, 40 years ago. The American Legion appeared to be facing a crisis. The young vets weren't joining. Some said it was time to make radical changes in our programs, to revamp ourselves from top to bottom. It was time to reconsider whether we were still relevant. It was a time that was ripe for self-doubting. It was a time for so many things. The Legion did make some changes, but it remained true to its founding principles. And the veterans came, and the Legion didn't die. It kept on standing for timeless principles that do not belong to a single generation, but are passed on from father to son, mother to daughter, and generation to generation. It kept on standing for a strong national defense, the wholesome development of our young people, the care and rehabilitation of veterans and their families, and for patriotism and traditional American values, 4 ideals that are timeless. And I predict that if we keep on doing those things that we know are right, the things that bring results, 40 years from now, Legionnaires at a meeting pretty much like this will probably be saying, look, those guys back in 2011 had the same type of challenges we do, but they didn't give up or give in. They stood strong for their basic principles. They met the challenges head on, and they succeeded, and the Legion grew, and the Legion is still here, and we can do it too. And we did, didn't we? Thank you very much.
We did.
Thank you, Dan.